Hello everyone, I am Undead Horde here on YouTube and welcome back to my channel, and we're going to day 35 of the daily quests. And I'm going to be honest with you guys at the top of the video here. I am lacking a lot of motivation today. I did not want to do this recording. I know that I should. I just did not want to. So I do apologize if it's a little bit more low energy or whatever than normal. But we collected our amulet or epic accessory. It's a ring. So we'll go check that out, see what we got. There actually is a big surprise in this video that I'm super excited for. And so we'll touch on that here in just actually we can touch on that here right now. Why not? Right now at the top of the video, we're just gonna get all the fun stuff out of the way, and then we can go through the boring parts, I guess. I have to look through that eventually. So, oh, come on. We have our, actually, let's see what the accessory is, because that's really important. It's not an Undead Horde. It's possibly supposed to be a 5-star ring epic. Probably this barbarian one here, which does not seem great, but I guess we'll upgrade it anyways. Oh, that's bad. So our beautiful frozen banshee here, we got a little something special, just a little something special for her, if you can believe it or not. And it has something to do with our altar of souls. So we went down to the good old soul merchant, and yeah, it's reset already. How refreshes every and okay. Well, yesterday there was a 1-star soul fragment in this top or perfect soul, 1-star perfect soul for what's her head right here for Frozen Banshee. And so I'm glad I snagged it last night. And so in a moment of truth, guys, we have a first official awakening happening on this account with Frozen Banshee. It's very exciting. She was a little bit of a later addition to the account and has come quite a long ways, and that's very exciting. That means we can also throw a blessing on her. I really wish I had better skill books, and the blessing that is recommended by Hell Hades is Phantom Touch. Has a chance of inflicting bonus damage to one enemy once this champion hits another target. When hitting multiple targets at once, only one champion will receive the bonus damage. The bonus damage attack. I don't know what any of this means. What I do enjoy, though, is the additional HP. That's a crap ton of additional HP to have. Holy mother. We really do enjoy that. So we are going to take Phantom Touch as our blessing. And we just got quite the power boost, it looks like, or it's supposed to be, to our HP. So there we go. Now if we just had better artifacts, Frozen Banshee could really be quite the threat. I also didn't realize, or no. I forgot. I did know about this, but I forgot about the wish list. So we have now applied the wish list to the account. And you know what I'm also thinking, guys? At the end of this video, we're going to summon. We're going to do some more. We're really going to crack our way into here and see if we can get some other good stuff going on here. But without further ado, we should actually get going on some of these missions here and get those completed whilst before time gets too far away from us. Let's get into this. We just have to do 3 of these. What do we have? Oh, those guys all seem to be locked up doing something, so we got to add in a couple of other fellas. Okay, and then let's do 3 and start. So while this is running, I guess I'll explain why motivations or energy is just so incredibly low tonight or this morning, because technically I am recording this at 12:30 in the morning on good old Sunday. So was at work. It's really work that's doing it to me, and it's really, 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 really rough. Today was just a bad one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got in, and thank you, I didn't have to come in early today, so I guess that was nice. But I come in and actually I text my boss earlier this morning before going into work, and I'd asked her how things were going at the job, and she said, busy, busy, busy. I'm like, oh, great. And it's Saturday in retail, close to the holidays. What else do you expect? But no, this was bad. So I came in, and I had talked to her, and she had like a few people in line when I got in. She finally got a clearing, and she had checked to see what our customer count for the day was up until that point, and she had 120 customers from 8 to 1 o'clock, which is about 20 customers per hour, which is pretty crazy. It's, obviously some jobs are a lot worse than that. Even some other locations of the company, you can probably experience a lot worse than that. But at the same time, she was the only one who was in the entire store for the course of that 5-hour long period. So, she could get nothing else done. If customers really needed her help, she was kind of screwed and stuck. It's a really messed up system. And, so she was telling me about this. I'm like, wow, that's just insane. And then, so I come in and I finally get myself all set up. And from like 1:40 to 3 o'clock, I put through 40 people. It's like an hour and a half, an hour and 20 minutes. I did 40 people. I nearly doubled her hourly rate, which is insane because, like I said, she was producing about 20 people an hour. In an hour and a half, I did 40. It's just absolutely freaking crazy. And so, I continued to run up until about 5 o'clock, 5:15ish, when she came in early. So she came in around 4:30 with the nighttime associate with me that night. And so she helped take over. But still, I think by the total end of the night, I wasn't even running register very, very much. But by the end of the night, I still put in like 100 and something customers. It was just a busy, busy day. But that's not what really got me. Like, that's not bad. Time is actually going by pretty quickly and stuff like that. So that wasn't the awful part of the day. The bad part of the day was the coupons we had going on in conjunction with all those customers. So we have like a lot of coupons that are going on, but especially today where there's 2 separate coupons. There's a 5 off 25, and that's what Dollar General is probably most known for when it comes down to their coupons, is the 5 off 25. And that happens every single Saturday. But on occasion, you'll get something called a 10 off 40 coupon. And that's what happened today. So there's the 5 off 25 and the 10 off 40. Plus we had some deals going on in the store for Christmas and stuff going on. And so you get these crazy couponers. And I get it, right? I'm like middle-ish class, more on the poor end of the spectrum, but still middle class. And so I understand trying to save a penny, but what these people do is absolutely overboard. If they're like even a penny over what they think they're supposed to be paying, they'll give you hell. And it's the most annoying thing in the entire world. And so we have deals that are not working, so I gotta price adjust everything, and it's just taking so long to do so, and it's just an aggravating time. And and I'm pretty cool, level-headed for the most part, but I was going in there, I was completely hungry because I had ate some breakfast in the morning, but then it just didn't. I meant to eat again, and it just didn't. And so I was hungry coming in. I had a Coke, but I really needed probably like coffee or something like that. I just didn't have that. So it's kind of getting like this really weird hangry. I didn't even get any food for like another 2 hours after being in there. And so, and then my very first customer was this like cart full of stuff, and I had to do like 3 separate transactions for her. She was holding up the line. It was just insane. And so that happened. But when I finally got off the register and I could actually just like relax, things weren't too bad. I'll be right back. My apologies, everyone. There's going to be a bit of an awkward cut in the video because I had to step away, and my daughter is starting to get upset, so I wanted to help take care of that before it got too bad and she woke herself up just a little too much. So there's going to be like a 5-minute gap where I'm just like gone. Obviously, it's going to be edited out. You guys won't ever see it. But, I'm in the middle of telling a tale, and now it's just going to be like, well, don't fully remember where I was left off at. And I feel bad that I'm just kind of like, poof. So we're back, though, and we're going to start doing some arena while I figure out where the heck I was last off at. Really all that to say, right, with work and stuff like that and my frustrations is, once I got off the register, I was a lot better. I was able to take a break. I was able to sit down, and have a breather, which was really, really, really nice and needed. But then I got off my break and it's right back into it, which is fine, You got to keep yourself busy and going, and that's how time flies. But, I've got to pull all of ad from last week and then put up all of new ad for the week coming. And it was just, I have never been able to complete ad in a single night. And I'm supposed to have help, and I didn't have any help tonight, which is just aggravating at best. Because I feel like I have the position, I have the assistant manager's position, but it doesn't always feel like some of my coworkers tend to respect that, and they don't take some of the things that I say seriously unless I tell them that it comes from the big boss, and I want to make things very clear. I am not the type of person, and neither is my boss, in which we feel like, well, that's it. Like, we don't want to be considered to be bosses. We are, by all technical standing, that's what we are. But we don't want that to be like the fear word of everything. Why is this thing glitching out of me now? We're, at the end of the day, we're there to, help. We're there to guide them. We're there to deal with the big issues that show up. But we're not here to be like demanding over them and whatever else, and make it just like a bad place for people to work because, they're really mean, they're really strict and demanding and stuff like that. That's not the work environment that we want to cultivate. And we don't have to. We have a team that, for the most part, respects us. And like, I don't want to say anybody is directly being rude to me or anything like that. People treat me very well. It's just when I ask them to do tasks, they just don't listen, and they just tend to do kind of like more of their own thing. Kind in a sense, not like fully do just like completely normally doing their own thing, but they'll just they'll just focus on like a different task that was given to them. I like prime example is we got our trucks on Friday nights. We got our fresh truck on Friday night. We got our dry truck on Monday mornings, or Monday, sorry. So Friday nights we got our fresh truck in, and I was working with one woman. I would normally say girl. Technically, she's older than me. She's like 6 years older than me. Which is, part of the issue, I feel like, because I am as young as I am, and almost everybody who works there is older than me, and yet I am their boss. For all intensive purposes, I am. And so, so I told her, that, so we're doing like an ugly Christmas sweater contest between the other stores in our district. So we decided to work on that, and we had to get like our Christmas and stuff cleaned up. So I told her, hey, I understand you got to work on the sweatshirt. I'll give you some time to work on that. And even had given her the option, like you can either work on trying to condense down the seasonal Christmas aisles together first, and then whatever time you have left, work on the sweatshirt, or work on the sweatshirt for a couple of hours, 2 hours or so, and then spend some time in the Christmas apparel, right? And then I said to her, though, but once truck comes, then it's all hands on deck getting fresh truck put away, right? And also, this shouldn't be a new concept. She used to be a key for the company. She understands. She's worked for the company on and off over like a few times over the last couple of years. She's been currently at this store's location for like 5 or 6 months now, something like that. And she used to be a key holder, so she's very well aware of how things operate inside the store and stuff like that. So there should be no excuses for what went down. The store was busy. Frankly, the store was busy this night, but there were definitely times where she was pulled away and she should have come in. She should have and could have come and helped me out, where she didn't at all. I did the entire truck by myself. Again, not necessarily. I'm capable. Like, the thing about it is I am more than capable of doing the truck on my own. The problem that comes with it is I don't want to. And you're not supposed to. You're supposed to get it done as fast as you can. And I did not mean to do that. Well, frick. Just absolutely wasted that key. Oh well, I guess it makes the video go by faster. I was thinking I had to go do this one, and it just kind of completely let it slip past my mind. It was just, again, so it was just one of those things where it's like the truck came and she just continued doing whatever she was doing, working on the sweatshirt, instead of coming over and helping me out at all. And it's like, that's not what you're supposed. It was just one of those things where it's like, need the help, need the support, and I'm just kind of feels like I'm in it by myself, and it was very, very frustrating situation to be in. Oh, what a big pull. Oh, I love that. I can't even use it though yet, can I? Do I have to wait for them to be fully 6-starred? Is that how that works? Or is it not how that works? I'm just stupid. It's not how that works, and I am just stupid. Oh, that opens up a lot of opportunities on the Poison Man account once I get the Altar of Souls open. Oh, I need to figure out what blessing he needs to have. Let's do it. So I kind of digress here a little bit, guys. I don't want to keep rambling on about this, but I just, this is where I'm coming from. And so either way, it was just one of those things tonight where I just felt like she was working with me again, and it just felt like I was trying to get some support from her. I told her what needed to happen. I asked her, like the biggest thing was it's ad night, right? And the most important thing about ad night is the fact that it has, there are certain times when everything gets started, so things run smoothly. I had to go on my break. It was like 5:30 when I went on my break. I asked her, I said, at 6 o'clock, can you pull down ad within the first 30 feet of the store? So if you're the closing cash, or if you're the cashier, the associate at the nighttime, you are not supposed to leave the first 30 feet of the store according to whatever, right? According to what DG's rules are. Whenever this champion hits an enemy, decrease their defense until the end of this round. Occurs once per hit. If multiple champions have this blessing, they cannot decrease a single champion for more than 40%. Oh, interesting. So we got a lot of HP, and we get a decent amount of attack from this. I am all about that, but this is what Hell Hades suggests. Very strong. Very cool. So, it was just one of those things where it's like, then I end up doing all of it by myself as best that I could, and I felt like I could have made a lot further along if, holy crap, I feel like I could have made a lot further along if they were there, or if I had the help I was supposed to have. So that's all that is. And then tonight also what happened was, our store location closed at 9. Everybody else in our district is 10. We're the only 9 store. And because that happens, people will tend to show up later and not realize and stuff like that. But we make it very clear when people come in past a certain time that, oh, hey, this is what's going on, and stuff like that. And we just had a lot of people in tonight at very late in the shift. And I had set my top save to get my drops for the day. I had missed it, and then I had missed it again, so I had to set it for a third time. It takes 9 minutes each time it sets. And then her drawer was off. It was just a whole lot of built up frustration. I'm supposed to be out by like 9:15, 9:20. I didn't leave until like 9:40 from all the stupid things happening. And it was just this built up frustration that just took place. And I brought it home, and I didn't want anything to do with living anymore. But I knew I had to get this stuff done. I knew I had to eat and everything like that. So I sat down for like an hour and a half, and I ate, and I watched some YouTube, and I calmed myself down enough to come do the recording. And so here we are, and I blabbed on for so long about shit that nobody fucking cares about. Because like the biggest thing that I hear all day long, by the way, when I'm at work, not all day long, but I hear it pretty often when I'm at work, is like, I ask people how they are and stuff like that. It's like, and then say I could complain, but who would listen? And I feel the exact same way. But I also feel like as well as that this is my own YouTube channel. If I decide that I want to spend an entire video fucking complaining about how my day went, then gosh darn it, Napa, I'm going to complain about how my day went. And if nobody cares, then nobody has to watch this video. That's how I feel about that. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry this was just such a... feels like in bad taste. This one did not feel like it sat in the mouth very well. And I do apologize for that. I want to always have upbeat content for everybody to listen to and interact with and stuff like that. And so I'm sure it's not fun for me to produce content like this where it feels a little bit more sour. But I'm just hoping that all of the little goodies of this video with the awakenings and stuff like that can put a little bit of a more positive spin on it amongst my crabbiness. So anywho, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see y'all in another video here soon. Very soon. Peace.